welcome back. I'm really excited right now. It is currently 3 a.m. Monday morning. I just saw how the end of the games went last night, and I tallied up the scores for this season. This season I started in week 3, so I started a couple of weeks after. So I'm not very great at this. This was only my first year doing it, mind you. I will get better over time. But 140 and 83 was this year. So, not bad. Certainly not bad for my first year. But then again, I know the general consensus on predictions. I know the general consensus about how each team performs. And my original predictions were a long time ago now, like 6-7 months ago. I was at my friend Phil's house back then. Now I'm in my apartment here, and I know you can't see it because I don't have a webcam. I do want to get a webcam soon. I really do. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is, by the title, you probably know what this is. This is the predictions for the, what is it? Playoffs. That's what it is. I made another video earlier today, but that was a bit, I didn't know at the time who would win the games, but now we have the full order set up, and I can make my predictions accurately. So, we start off with the AFC, as we normally do. Bills and Texans. I was sort of feeling like Texans would win this one before, but after looking at their records, I think the Bills are going to take this. Even though the Texans are the home team, the Bills seem more battle-tested. Not only that, but they just seem to have beat better teams. And I do think the Patriots will easily raffle-stomp the Titans. Like, that's not even going to be close. The Titans barely edged their way into the playoffs. Like, let's be honest. Then we got the Eagles and the Seahawks. Sorry, Eagles fans. Your season's going to be cut short. You're getting your ass kicked. I mean, I don't even see this game being close. Okay? We have the 49ers, the Packers, the Saints, the Seahawks, and then everyone else is pretty much below. The Vikings are sort of realistically mediocre. Like, I'm not even being mean here. The Vikings are mediocre at best. Speaking on the Vikings, they're coming to the Dome. They're going to get their ass kicked. Okay? They're going to get their ass, not just kicked, their ass is going to get handed to them on a silver platter. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to watch that game. Divisional rounds. Let's get into this. Got the 49ers coming off a bye against the Seahawks. And the Packers playing us in Lambeau Field. Now this is the game that I'm scared about. Right? Because the Saints, they're a dome team. Right? They practice in the dome. They practice in an inside practice facility. They rarely go and practice outside. That scares me a little bit. So we'll get back to that. Obviously, we get the AFC first. Chiefs, Patriots. Realistically, if I'm going based on the dominance of the teams this season, I have to pick the Patriots. But that's not what I'm going on right now. Whenever I pick, I'm picking on the dominance now. And that's why I'm going with the Chiefs, and that's why I'm going with the Ravens. Okay, the Chiefs, they've just been dominant lately. I mean, we go ahead and look at who they played this week. For instance, let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. We go to the Chiefs. They played the Chargers. They didn't do bad. They didn't do great, but they didn't do bad in that game. We go ahead and we look at the Patriots, who lost, mind you, lost to the Dolphins today. That's not good. That's awful. So, I don't see the Patriots beating the Chiefs, and I really don't see the Bills beating the Ravens. It's a long shot to have the Bills beat the Texans, okay? Bills fans, your team ain't shit. Like, your team, it's okay. Again, it's in that mediocre category, though. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into the NFC, where I will first pick this game. Actually, the NFC is much more closely matched in their top four because their top four is sort of defined. Like, we know the Packers are on top this season. We know the 49ers are on top. We know the Saints are on top. We know that the Seahawks are pretty damn good. So we know that those four are separated from the rest of the NFC. I got the 49ers. Actually, I'm going to have the 49ers taking the loss here. Because we go ahead and look at earlier this season. Away from their home seems to be where the Seahawks have thrived this season. Let's go ahead and I'm going to click on the Seahawks and we're going to take a look at their season. They took an L this season to the Rams. That was their only loss, I believe. Or they might have lost 2 on the road. They lost at least 1 at home with the Ravens. They lost at home to the 49ers, so they lost 2 at home. They lost to us at their house, so they lost 3 at home. Let's see here. Where else did they lose? Oh, that's right. They lost to the Cardinals at home, too. They lost 4 of their 5 games at home this season. Okay, I could have just saw it on the side there. I know I could have done that, but I wanted to know the specific team. Away, they're only 7-1. They're 7-1. Okay, so this year they played much better on the road than they had at home, and that's just all year long. Like, I mean, you lost to a second string in week 3 against the Saints. That was whenever I started actually picking, and I picked wrong on that game and 3 others. I originally started this picking because of the injury to Breeze. I thought, I need to change my picks now. Like, because there is no way that with Bridgewater we can still be a contender by week 7. But Bridgewater then went on a 5-game winning streak and surprised the shit out of everybody. So, alright, let's go back to the divisional round, shall we? Saints, Packers. Again, during the playoffs, the Saints have not been great. But this season, they're 6-2 at home, 7-1 away. We did manage to lose to the 49ers, which is okay. We lost to the Rams on the road. That's our one away game that we lost. But that was early this season. You know, we were really just getting into it, and Drew Brees got injured that game. Making no excuses, by the way, especially not for that game against the Falcons. But I think we're going to win this. I think we're going to win against the Packers. This sets up something that's not new for anyone who's watched football. Um, yeah. Chiefs Ravens. I don't see. Actually, with the way the Chiefs have been playing lately, the Ravens have a good game going here. Like this over here, the Ravens 14-2, 12-4. That's not the full story. We go ahead and we look at the Chiefs. Look at what they battled back from. Like, they were supposedly mediocre midway through the season at, what was it? 13, not 13. At like 6-2, maybe 5-3, if I'm remembering correctly. I can actually pull it up, so I don't know why I'm guessing. Yeah, they were very mediocre, especially whenever they lost to the Titans. By mid-season, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like they were, yes, 5-3. If we just add 9, 10, they were 6-4. Yeah. So they were. All of our losses came earlier in the season. I think this one's going to be closer than many people give them credit for, but it is in Baltimore. I will give it to the Ravens. And then the Seahawks have to come and play in the Dome because they have to play in the Dome. I say the Saints will win that game. This one, it's going to be hard. Seahawks are a good team, but we beat them earlier this season away from the Dome. We don't lose in the Dome during the playoffs. The only game we lost in the Dome during the playoffs is a game that we shouldn't have lost in the Dome in the playoffs. We should be 7-0 in the Dome, or 8-0 in the Dome in the playoffs right now. But we're 7-1, and I don't like to hold grudges, okay? But whenever it's deliberate like that, it just makes me want to hurt someone. Okay, now we go to the Super Bowl. Saints, Ravens. Is this where the Saints season ends? I don't see it. I don't see it. And you know why? Because look at the Saints' run defense. It's amazing. It's one of the best run defenses in the league. Period. Point blank, period. And the Ravens have been all year long such a run-dependent team. I mean, that's just getting it down to brass tacks. They have completely depended on the run almost all year. I mean, Michael Thomas alone has more receiving yards than the entirety of their team. In fact, quite a bit so. I believe he has like 1,600 yards receiving. They have like 1,100 yards all season long. And because of that, along with the fact that we have Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray that are great running backs, I'll give the Saints the dub in this one. Winning only our second Super Bowl all time. And mind you, I would not have picked this in 2016. I did not really. I don't know if I picked the Saints to win the Super Bowl. I did predict they would go like 11-5. But I also predicted that a lot of other teams would be more balanced. But it's sort of a massive just domination for the top four, and after that, there's pretty much nobody. And the top four, not including the Eagles, by the way. The Eagles suck. Anyway, hopefully you all did enjoy. There's a clear winner in the AFC. Ravens, they were just playing better all season. With the Chiefs being decent for what it was, but there was a clear-cut winner all season. And in the Saints, they had some bad games, and the defense sort of shagged off, especially in that game against the 49ers. If they were playing the team that we have today, they would lose. Like, it would not even be close. And I mean that seriously. 49ers would lose. Falcons did lose, even though it wasn't as dominating of a performance. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, they played Carolina today. Yes, they played Carolina today. They're not the greatest team in the world. We all know that. But they're still NFL caliber players. They are doing that. They are beating the absolute hell out of NFL caliber players. You see what I'm saying here? They still whooped a NFL caliber team's ass cheeks. I mean, clapped them really hard. 42-10. And it was 35-3 at halftime. 35-3. After halftime, they went maybe a couple of minutes into the third and then took out pretty much all of their starters. And they scored a touchdown in the last quarter, along with the defense sort of shagging off a bit there too, and allowing the Carolina Panthers to do the same thing. But they still played amazing football. Defense played great. Offense played amazing, but it's been playing out for the last, I don't know, damn near 20 years at this point. No, damn near 15. I'll tell you, I am not looking forward to this team after Breeze. Because our defense is never sustainable. It plays a couple of games that are really good, and then it plays terribly. I mean, not small version terribly, just absolutely atrocious. I mean, we go ahead and go back to the beginning of this season. Look at those 5 games where Teddy Bridgewater was in, for instance. Our defense played out. Like, massively out. Our defense was shattering records that time. But then Drew Brees comes back. And our bye week hits. And we get our ass kicked by the Falcons. Well, again, a 7-9. Buccaneers are also 7-9. Realistically, they're not bad teams. They just struggled this season. Anyway, hopefully you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.